that.
Absolutely. And I think it's very interesting because you're one of the are you the first crossover project to go from, Cardano and start collaborating with Polygon, or there may be maybe Angel Baby Spot, but yeah. Um it's very interesting now that we're starting to see, us moving to a cross-chain world rather than, just people kind of staying on their own, layer one blockchain and having that tribalism. So what kind of like sparked you to want to make that shift?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think with ABHS, they're on Ethereum, right?
Mm-hmm.
First off, with Polygon, yeah, I think there's a few projects that have done something on Cardano and now doing something on Polygon, but maybe a lot of people haven't heard of them. One of them is like Raccoon's Club, very, very small project. Another one who people might know was Hell Hyena's Motorcycle Club. So they started on Cardano, now they're on Polygon, and they have some sort of multi-chain game. But we're working with Polygon Labs and really pushing to build out this interoperability. We did a Twitter space with like some well-known people on Polygon with like 8 projects from Cardano that were expanding to Polygon and kind of led that space, that kind of thing. So for us, right, we touched on IP and lore, and one of the things that we've never done and intentionally never done at Danketsu is limit the amount of people who can experience our world. So when we released the game back in June last year, you didn't need an NFT to play it. You could play it by just connecting your wallet. You didn't need our NFT to play it. You
Which is
can
fun.
go
Yeah.
on, yeah, you can go on our website and read our manga for free. You can read, our light novel for free. Reason being, if you token gate it, you don't have a million people who want to read it and experience it and listen to your music and stuff like that. You can go on Spotify and listen to our music, right? Um, the reason for that is you want people to be able to see what you're building and what you've created. Last year we had a lot of conversations with animation studios, and they were really, really interested because they were like, usually people come to us with an idea. You guys have come to us with a universe. But just with how the global economy is, a bit of hesitancy towards crypto, when you're cold calling some of these people essentially, or cold emailing them, they get spooked. So Polygon has a lot of business relationships outside of Web3, Disney, Adidas, um, Starbucks. They've got, they are the ones who launched the Reddit avatar NFTs. So like 2 million
Oh,
NFTs on
nice.
Reddit. Yeah. So they have these networks, and once we launch there, they're already setting us up to have these conversations, because they were also blown away when I showed them that this is the stuff that we have, right? They were just like, whoa, okay, like I've never seen this much story, I've never seen this quality of music, anything else within the space. So that's one of the big reasons as to why we went there. I think that also the community there has been very, very welcoming, a lot of fun. That's the wild thing. Like, Polygon has like 6 or 7 Twitter spaces every single day, right? And it's just like,
Oh, wow.
man,
I didn't even know
yeah,
that.
yeah, I'm never short on options. It's never like, oh, I got to wait to get on a Twitter space for another 4 hours. Nah,
Mhm.
I'll switch on, my phone, and I'll go on Twitter, and it's like, oh, there's a space. I'll jump on it. So I think that's the key reason. I think the team there have been very supportive. Their networks are very beneficial to what we want to achieve, and then the community is awesome as well. And more than anything, I think that building sort of multi-chain stuff is sort of the way forward. And I will, on that note, come back again because my cat is once again bothering my kid, which is funny. But give me 1 second.
Yeah, do your thing. And while Shaz is going, I think it's very interesting when you look at you know moving cross chain, where with layer ones in cryptocurrency, where you build like a project like an NFT project, or whether you're building on chain, what's very important to keep in mind is that where you start is like where you have your first house. And so these different layer one blockchains are very much like communities, suburbs, cities where people live. But just because now you may want to stay within your one community, and that's where you live, that's your house, this is your country, but it may be you may want to be like what Zushan's doing, and be like a realtor where he's like, I'm gonna own some property in Cardano, I'm gonna own some property in Polygon, I'm gonna own some property in Ethereum, I'm gonna own. And that can be as an NFT collector, that can be as a crypto holder, that can be as a project founder. But it's very important, in my opinion, to really look at you know, different layer ones as, real estate in a way, where this is where you're able to like the layer one is the land. And then what you build on top of it is, whether it's a house, whether it's a business, whether it's, whatever it is, but you're not necessarily limited to one. Each different layer one has its pros, it has its cons. Um, you have to be knowledgeable because we're still so new, but we're living in a completely new world with so much opportunity. And good to have you back. Good to have your cat back.